What's up, everyone? It's Chachi Power here to do a little quick review of the Initial D Sileighty Tomica Limited diecast car. Now this is your typical, 1/64 scale, sort of matchbox sized diecast car. And what's cool about it is that it's a car you usually, actually do not see in diecast ever, and it's a Sileighty. Now for you people that are not familiar with what a Sileighty is, they basically took two different cars from Japan and smashed them together and made another car. So I'm going to show you the car and explain a little bit about the history, since I do have a little bit of background with these cars. So let's take a look real quick. Open this up, and it comes in your standard little Tomy box there. Slide this out. Alright, and pop this open. Car is nice and cold because of the weather out here. It does have a little metal plate there that does say Sileighty right there, Sileighty, and this is from the Initial D series. I should have pointed that out much sooner, but if you are a fan of the original Initial D series, this is where you would see it. And it's driven by two hot girls, and they love to drift. Now we'll take a look at it closer here. Now if you don't know anything about these cars and you live here in the US or any other country that has the 240SX, or what else is it called, the 200SX or 180SX if you're in Japan, but if you're in Japan you already know what this is. But you'll notice the whole rear section is what you would find here in the US known as the 240SX 3-door hatchback. Alright, now if we look at the front, you'll notice it does not have the pop-up taillights that you would normally see in the cars here. However, if you are familiar with these cars, or if you're in a country that has the Nissan Silvia, the S13 chassis, you'll notice that it has the Silvia front end. But if you turn it around, it has the 180 front end. So that's where it gets its name. You get the Silvia front end, which is the Sil part of the name, and the 180SX rear, or slash 240SX. So you get the Sileighty. So that's where the name comes from. As far as I know, it wasn't an official Nissan release. I don't know if Nissan had something to do with the original release of these cars, but I think there was a shop that released a few of them. I forgot the name. It's been so many freaking years since I was into this stuff. But it was a big thing. I actually, for my race car, I had the 240SX with the SR20 DET, the black top, for those of you that recognize that stuff. And I did buy the front end to make the Sileighty. I never got around to it, never bought the hoods and bumpers or anything like that. I just left it, plus always crashing on the track anyway. But yeah, beautiful blue. You got the gold rims here with the BBS type mesh. You have nice detailing of the S13 Silvia headlights, which even have the yellow projectors, if you guys are familiar with the yellow projectors on them. And on the back you'll actually see the 180SX printed right on the taillights, which I thought was really excellent for something this small. And you get an even smaller 180SX on the pillar here. See right there, it's very tiny, very hard to read, but it does say 180SX. Anything besides that, there's really no tampo printing anywhere. It doesn't say Silvia on the front end or anything like that. It doesn't say Sileighty anywhere. But yeah, this is as you would see it in the Initial D cartoon with the two girls driving. And if you take a look at the bottom here, you'll see that right there, Sileighty. So this chassis piece is specifically made for this little diecast toy. Now unfortunately this does not have opening doors, which I was surprised. I've had this for so long, didn't realize that the doors do not open. But it does have a gimmick. You get the usual suspension gimmick, alright, which is pretty neat. The car looks a little bit raised. It would be nice if it was like sort of like this, I guess, would look much cooler. But yeah, that's what we got, and it's a beautiful release. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I found it. Sileighty from Initial D, guys. Any questions or comments, leave them below. Bye-bye.